India, officially the Republic of India, is a country in South Asia. Hello, friends, welcome back to the channel. Before moving ahead, like, share, and subscribe the channel, and don't forget to press the bell icon. It is the seventh largest country by area and the most populous country, and since its independence in 1947, the world's most populous democracy, bounded by the Indian Ocean on the south, the Arabian Sea on the southwest, and the Bay of Bengal on the southeast. It shares land borders with Pakistan to the west, China, Nepal, and Bhutan to the north, and Bangladesh and Myanmar to the east. In the Indian Ocean, India is near Sri Lanka and the Maldives. Its Andaman and Nicobar Island shares a maritime border with Thailand, Myanmar, and Indonesia. India accounts for the bulk of the Indian subcontinent, lying atop the Indian tectonic plate, a part of the Indo-Australian plate. India's defining geological processes began 75 million years ago when the Indian plate, then part of the southern supercontinent Gondwana, began a northeastward drift caused by sea floor spreading to its southwest and later south and southeast. Simultaneously, the vast Titan oceanic crust to its northeast began to subduct under the Eurasian plate. These dual processes, driven by convection in the earth mantle, both created the Indian Ocean and caused the Indian continent crust eventually to under thrust Eurasia and to uplift the Himalayas. Immediately south of the emerging Himalayas, plate movement created a vast crescent shaped trough that rapidly filled with river borne sediment and now constitute the Indo Gangetic Plain. The original Indian plate makes its first appearance above the sediment in the ancient Aravalli Range, which extends from the Delhi Ridge in the southwesterly direction. To the west lies the Thar Desert, the eastern spread of which is checked by the Aravallis. Major Himalayan origin rivers that substantially flow through India include the Gangas and the Brahmaputra, both of which drain into the Bay of Bengal. Important tributaries of the Gangas include the Yamuna and the Kosi, the latter's extremely low gradient caused by long-term slit deposition lead to severe floods and course changes. Major peninsular rivers whose steeper gradient prevent their waters from flooding, including the Godavari, the Mahanandi, the Kaveri, which also drains into the Bay of Bengal, and the Narmada and the Tapti, which drain into the Arabian Sea. Coast feature include the marshy run of Kutch, of western India and the alluvial Sundarbans delta of eastern India. The latter is shared with Bangladesh. India has two archipelagos, the Lakshadweep coral atolls of India's southwestern coast and the Andaman and Nicobar Island, a volcanic chain in the Andaman Sea. Indian climate is strongly influenced by the Himalayas and the Thar Desert, both of which drive the economically and culturally pivotal summer and winter monsoons. The Himalayas prevent cold Central Asian katabatic winds from blowing in, keeping the bulk of the Indian subcontinent warmer than most locations at similar latitudes. The Thar Desert plays a crucial role in attracting the moisture laden southwest summer monsoon winds that between June and October provide the majority of Indians' rainfall. Four major climatic groupings predominate in India: tropical wet, tropical dry, subtropical humid, and montane. India's most dense forest, such as tropical moist forest of the Andaman Island, the Western Ghat, and the Northeast India, occupying approximately 3% of its land area. Moderately dense forest, whose canopy density is between 40% and 70%, occupies 9.39% of the India's land area. It predominates in the temperate coniferous forest of the Himalayas, the moist deciduous sal forest of eastern India, and the dry deciduous teak forest of central and southern India. India has two natural zones of thorn forest, one in the Deccan Plateau immediately east of the Western Ghat and other in the western part of the Indo-Gangetic plain, now turned into rich agricultural land by irrigation, its features no longer visible. Among the Indian subcontinent's notable indigenous trees are the extingent Ajad Irachanta indica or neem, which is widely used in rural Indian herbal medicine, and the luxuriant Ficus religiosa or people. Most of the earliest large sculpture is Buddhist, either excavated from Buddhist stupas such as Sanchi, Sarnath, and Amravati, or is rock cut reliefs at sites such as Ajanta, Karla, and Ellora. Hindu and Jain sites appear rather later. In spite of this complex mixture of religious traditions, generally the prevailing artistic style at any time and place has been shared by the major religious groups and sculptures, probably usually served all communities. At its peak, 300 CE to 500 CE is often regarded as classical period, whose influence lingered for many centuries after. It saw a new dominance of Hindu sculpture as the Elephanta canvas. Across the north, these become rather stiff and formulaic after 800 CE, though rich with finely carved details in the surrounds of statues.